Now let's do something really fun together, and that is to write content that's going to be optimized at the same time for the traditional SEO, then LLM SEO, then AEO, then GEO. And if you're thinking, well, that does not sound fun at all. What kind of fun is this? Like, fun is like eating ice cream or riding roller coasters. This is my nerdy fun that is fun for me, and I hope that I can invite you to have fun with me here. But I think for all of us, it's really, really fun to dream about getting traffic and actually getting traffic as well. So maybe this is fun. Let's write this together, okay? And the content that we're going to write is going to be about this topic. What is creatine and how does it work? If you don't know what creatine is, it's a natural substance found in muscle cells. You don't have to be a scientist to write this together with me. I'll do most of the writing and I'll guide you through it. And this kind of a topic is really great if, let's say, you have a fitness website, a fitness blog, or an e-commerce website that sells health supplements or health supplies or anything that's health related. This is a great post for that kind of a website. Now, traditionally, if you were to just write an SEO article without thinking about AI, but just thinking about ranking in the traditional Google search, you would maybe write what it is and how it works. And you'd maybe add some paragraphs here and there just to make the content longer. Maybe you'd add some photos here and there. And then you would think to yourself, well, what else should I do? Should I write some other content, random things? I don't know. How would I make it better? And while there are concrete answers to these questions, the process may be a little bit unorganized because we don't have a direction. But now we actually have great direction because we know that we need to cite articles, we need to write things in a way that answers questions, etc. So now we can have great direction. So let's begin expanding on the actual content beyond the headline. So let's start with the AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, part of the optimization. Our goal is to give concise and direct answers to the questions that are asked. So here's what we might add to the very top of this blog post, the very natural answers. What is creatine? And then we would actually write what creatine is. Here we don't actually care about the subject matter, we care about the structure of the page and what's covered. So what is creatine? You go on and explain what creatine is. How does creatine work? That's actually the questions that's in the blog post. So we definitely have to answer these. And so we explain how creatine works. Creatine increases your body's phosphocreatine stores, which helps generate ATP, etc., etc. So we answer those questions. Notice that we answer them in concise question and answer form so that AIs or answer engines can simply extract this and easily use it. So a few tips here. Make your subheadings very clear. Use paragraphs that are short. Keep it under 70 words, 80 words. Under that, you can go under 50 words, but not too much under 50 words because you still want to give a rich enough answer. And if you can, you want to use bullet points, tables, or numbered lists and structured data. We'll be talking about structured data later, but for now, use of structured data is helpful. And while I don't want to make this video too long, what you can do is think about a few additional questions that consumers may have about creatine. They might ask, is creatine safe as a supplement? They might ask, what are the doses that are appropriate? They might ask, is it safe for children? Is it safe after an injury? Is more after an injury better than not? And they may ask many questions. Why not address these here? These are actually really helpful to consumers. Notice that this will be a very different strategy. Like in the past, people used to try to game Google and try to write extra long content full of fluff. Well, fluff does not help. That's bad. But really helpful Q&A style questions and answers will help in this case. So with that in mind, you may be once again thinking, what's for lunch? I'm bored. No, stay with me. You may be asking, okay, That's great for AEO. How do we optimize this content for GEO? Generative Engine Optimization. Let's do that. For generative engine optimization, where you want tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and the Google AI Assistant, you want to help them summarize your content accurately and cite your pages or business. So you might write something a little longer. So right under the Q&A part of the content or above, it doesn't particularly matter as long as it helps your visitors navigate your page better and it's a more natural experience for them. You may have a non-Q&A section. For example, here, creatine benefits. And here is where you'd write in a more elaborate fashion and perhaps cite studies. Here, for example, I wrote something like this. According to numerous studies, obviously, we don't care about the actual studies here. We're not learning about creatine, but in your case, you might actually link to a cited study. And then, of course, if that study is by some top university and top researcher, then you're going to get a lot of authority. So according to numerous studies, maybe cite study 1, study 2, study 3, so that instead of going to those studies individually, AI can reference your article because your article is the best summary on the subject matter. So you have this research you link to, and then you might say something like creatine supplementation can enhance muscle strength, boost performance in short duration exercise, and improve recovery. This is quite quotable, and AI may just actually use that verbatim in its answer. So use deeper contextual insights, scientific references, data, charts, and use what's called semantic richness. Let me explain what that is. You might not have noticed the use of some complicated terminology like ATP regeneration. This is a subtopic within the conversation of creatine. Now, also a very complex topic, phosphocreatine stores. This is a subtopic within the conversation of creatine. It makes your article much, much better. You do have to have some level of expertise to write this, but you should, because Google and AIs really care that the writer is the expert. So the days of I rolled out of bed and now I'm going to start a blog about health and fitness, those days are gone, but that's good because it doesn't mean that if you're not a doctor, you can't write about fitness, but you should gain some level of expertise before you write about a subject matter, just like traditionally, when I was a child, I was told, think before you speak, or learn and listen before you speak. Similar here. You can learn enough about a subject matter and then write about it. And if you can write an article that's better than doctors, Google will love that you did that. And you don't even have to actually be as smart as doctors because honestly, nobody knows everything. Even doctors don't know. The only thing they know is how to reference leading research in their field. And suddenly, they're able to stay best informed. And so can you, because doctors are not researchers. They have to read research just like we do. The only difference is they have some obvious good starting point because they have a lot of schooling. But all that goes to say is that you should not be discouraged if you're not an expert. You can learn, and that actually will make your future work better and your content better. So it's really better. But these extra subtopics within the topic, like the subtopic of ATP regeneration, other complex subtopics, make your main topic much better addressed, much richer. That's what the AIs love. And every time I say the AIs, there's like a whole group of AIs, ChatGPT, Perplexity, next one. Instead of the AIs, I should call them our buddies, like the group of friends, the bros of AI, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and the AI bros. We'll coin that term together. But seriously, the semantic richness that we discussed here is really, really important to get the AI bros to recommend our brand and our content. So with that in mind, let's talk about how to optimize for LLM SEO. And the goal here is to make your content worthy of being referenced and remembered by the AI models. You see, there's this idea of remembered. And that can mean many things, but one of the things it means is that you should have unique and original authoritative content that's new for AIs that they can use. So here's a new subsection within your page that's going to optimize for LLM SEO. Here's the title, Creatine in Practice with Clients. So let's read it together. As a sports nutritionist with over a decade of experience, you see, this is that expertise and experience that Google wants us to have. But if you don't have that, you might open with something like, as somebody who's been studying nutrition for the last 10 years, whatever authority you can bring to this, you may not be a doctor, but some is better than none. So you want to lead with your authority. And it does also help your actual readers because they're going to wonder, what's your experience in this? And you want to be transparent with it, but put your best foot forward naturally. So you might say something like, as a sports nutritionist with over a decade of experience, I've found creatine to be the cornerstone supplement for performance. In fact, over 500 peer-reviewed studies support efficacy in improving short-term muscular output. And you might add something like, and over 100 of my clients have seen measurable results after taking creatine supplements. And you might add a chart about your clients so that it's original and new, a study from you. And if you're not a doctor and you don't have a study from you, you can draw upon your experience. Like, I've helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs in my career. I can create my own chart that's unique that AIs can use. And my chart will just have my own findings in my work with my clients, but it's a new kind of a study. And also, there's a recommendation provided by the expert here. The AIs, the LLMs, they can pull that and use that as one of the sources for recommendation of like how much creatine to use. So if consumers ever ask it how much is good to use, yours may be one of the options they'll consider when they come up with their eventual answer. And to sum up, you definitely want to show your authority, expertise, and offer an expert opinion. The expert opinion and the expert suggestion is what's going to be unique, and the AIs may use that. You also want to use precise and factual language that the LLMs can understand and restate. And if you write a lot on your page, you want to use topic clusters and write comprehensive guides that AIs, the AI bros, all of them, the ChatGPT, Perplexity, next one, they can see and begin to reference you more and more. And use studies, but also offer your own original expert insights. And each article with your own bio. In the past, the bios were an option. In fact, for a long time, it's already been a very underrated SEO strategy, but it's been under the radar. Today, it's not anymore. Write your bio. Don't copy and paste it, but write it as it pertains to the subject matter of this article and add your bio to all your relevant pages because the AI bros want authority. They want to know that you're an expert. And by the way, human consumers also do too. And of course, you would do all the other things like add rich content, like photos, like videos, like charts, like links to other sources and your own similar pages that are relevant. But what I wanted to show you here is how to optimize your pages for all of the new trends in SEO, AEO, GEO, LLM SEO, and still have a great chance, even better chance to rank in the traditional SEO.